morning, Savannah and the Low Country. I'm back. That's right. Had a week off. Haven't been here 2 weeks, but it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report presented by Coach's Corner, where it's all sports, all food, all fun, all music since 1991. Got my merch on. That's right. There you go. I said in 1991. Come get your merch, as they say now. Merchandise, T-shirts, hats, you name it. They got it here. And once again, it's all on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Yep. It's September 9th, 2023. I'm glad I could be back. Last week I had a week off. I had to go check on my son, Wayne State University. The Warriors lost a heartbreaker to Slippery Rock, but glad to see him, and hopefully they'll pull one out today. Who are they playing today? They're playing Missouri Tech. Okay, so it's a Division II school. But anyway, I'm glad to be back. Got a loaded show. It's going to be mainly Pigskin Roundup. That's right, high school football. I got a number of guests I want to talk to. I got to talk to. You got to listen to it. But anyway, that's what it's all about. All right, Coach's Corner Sports Network. Quick, got to give a plug out to, of course, the OG of all the shows, Rubbin' and Grubbin' every Wednesday night with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and the OG producer, the man who started the Coach's Corner Sports Network, Lawrence Bennett, Wednesday night, 6 to 7. Okay, then yours truly every Saturday morning. Could be live, could be pre-recorded, but usually, or a rerun or a replay, usually 99.9% of the time. I'm live on the stage at Coach's Corner. That's right, I'm on the drummer stage. You got to love it. But anyway, every Saturday morning from usually 9 to whenever, but I had to move it back half an hour to accommodate my guests because I want to talk to these guests, and you want to listen to what they have to say after a big night last night on high school football. Another surprising team that's off to a great start. So stay tuned and got to listen to that. Then, of course, once a year, go to YouTube, the 19th hole with the Herb Brothers, 5 straight days of the Masters in Augusta, first week of April. They do a great job, Short and Brent Herb. Like I tell you every week, it's a little adultish, okay? Then, of course, we only have one podcast, and that's the Who's on First Base Baseball podcast with the coach, me, Karl DeMasi, and, of course, my buddy, Kyle Lawson, okay, the baseball fanatic. We try to do it every Wednesday, last Wednesday with the hurricane and the glitch, him getting married. But anyway, we're back and better than ever. Go to the Who's on First Base Baseball podcast, Karl DeMasi, or K DeMasi Podbean station, or it's on TuneIn, Karl DeMasi Sports Report. That's right, I'm on TuneIn. Who wants to tune into me? I don't know. But anyway, all right, today's guest. All right, today we're playing 6 quarters from our man Lawrence Bennett. Okay, hold it. We got a comment. You got a comment? Jump right in. And there he is behind the scenes, watching what I'm doing, telling him when I don't have the mic on or when I'm too loud or the mic is hot, you name it. The OG, the producer, Lawrence Bennett, is always there. Love you, brother. Thank you for all you do. Okay, make a comment. Tell me what you thought about last night's games. But anyway, lineup, opener. Got to get to the scores. Got to do a lot of stuff. We'll have Danny Britt on first, so I got to get this going. All right, as I just said it, quarter number 2. Okay, Danny Britt talking about that great win last night about over Ware County. Gave up 14 points early, came back 31 unanswered points. Got to love the Cadets, okay? Moved to 4-0 and probably the top team and one of the top teams in the state of Georgia, okay, if not in the area. Then quarter number 3, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week played in a big game last night over there at Paulson and 63rd on the MC Anderson Field in the Specialty Sports Complex. Okay, we're going to be talking to Calvary Day School, leading rusher, leading tackler. That's right, Ironman football, Trevor Strowbrighe, and he's got a number of D1 offers, okay? Then in quarter number 4, like I told you, the surprising team so far this year, there are a bunch of surprising teams, but this is one of the better stories. Bryan County High School. We'll talk to the head man, Sherrod Freeman. They had off this week, so we'll talk to him how he's been doing during the bye week. And then we'll come back with another guy that's been doing this a long time, okay? Quarter number 5, okay? That will be Calvary Day School head coach, Mark Stroud. Last night, big win over a perennial powerhouse that, we're told from North Carolina, Charlotte Christian, 41-7 or 41-10. Sorry, 41-10. Just unbelievable, okay? And then I'll close out my 3 steps out of the door. I got 3 videos, my editorial Karl's Corner. It's going to be a good one today. All right, and here's my number 1 fan, always here every Saturday morning when he can make it, the man, Dennis Kessler. Coach DeMasi, you always have a great show. I know the Cavaliers did kill Charlotte Christian. I was there for the first half, and it's going to be a great season for the Cavaliers. It looks like next toughest game probably won't be until they face Savannah Christian. So we'll get to that later on with Coach Mark Stroud. Listen, Dennis, about 10:30, Coach Mark Stroud's going to be on talking Cavalier football. So tune back in or stay in the whole time. It's up to you. I know my man Lawrence Bennett, the producer, wants me to go 2 hours, but we'll see how it works out. All right, let's get to the scoreboard. Let's get to the news. First in, 3 steps in the door, high school football. This Thursday night and Friday night scoreboard. Windsor Forest beats Islands on Thursday night 21-7. Last night, Southeast Bullock beats Effingham County 20-13. Effingham won their first game last week. Back on, didn't come out winner out this week. South Effingham Bradwell 52-36. That must have been a shootout in Bradwell. Benedictine, like I said, down 14-0. Comes back and wins 31-24. Camden County all over New Hampstead, 51-7. Calvary Day School all over Charlotte Christian out of North Carolina, 41-10. Claxton beats Groves, 35-6. Johnson comes back, 12-0, and they get their first win of the season under Coach Smith, 18-12 over Brantley County. Pierce County all over Liberty County, 49-6. Butler comes in and beats Savannah High, 20-0. Coach Tolliver's still looking for his first win. Bethesda off to an undefeated start again. Antoine Turner and the Blazers, 34-0 over the Carolina Academy. Memorial Day School, 3-0. First time since 2009. That's right. First time since 2009 they started the season 3-0 over Jaha Taylor. They beat John Paul II, 28-14. St. Andrews, 25th reunion of their state championship football team. They played in Skis away back there in 1998. It was their 25th reunion. They take care of Hilton Head Pred 44-0. Don't forget, we got one game today, 4 o'clock, down in Glenn County. Okay, it's the Georgia-Florida Challenge. Creekside, Florida, taking on the Richmond Hill Wildcats. All right, softball and volleyball rankings. Can't forget about the ladies. Let's go with volleyball. All right, Class 7A, Richmond Hill's number 10. They're 14-6. Class 3A, Savannah Christian is number 6 at 11-4. St. Vincent's number 9 at 12-4. Congratulations to Nichols St. Louis, the head volleyball coach over at St. Vincent's. She got her 100th win. Only 5 years, 100th win. Pretty good job over there. Class 1A, Savannah High, ranked 5th. They're 4-0. Woodville Tompkins ranked 8th. They're 3-2. Softball, South Effingham. Okay, they're 5th. They're 12-3. Effingham County is 7 at 10-2. Class A, Division 1, Bryan County's 8-5. Football, Benedictine number 1 in Class 4A. Class 3A, Calvary's number 2. Savannah Christian is number 6. All right, let's get into the college arena right here. Savannah State volleyball kicked off their season. They lost the opener at 3-0. They'll be at Payne College today, playing Augusta State at 2, and then Payne College at 4. All right, and let's see. Football. Tigers opened it up. Got out in front of Southeastern University, 23-20. They win. Southeastern University had a chance to kick a field goal to tie the game. They missed it. Savannah State was all over the place. Jaden Adams, Travaris Bruton from Islands leading that way in their win. Today they travel to Bethune-Cookman, okay, down there in Daytona Beach. They start at 4 o'clock. Georgia State beat Rhode Island last week, 42-35. They'll host UConn at 7 o'clock tonight. Louisville comes back and beats Georgia Tech 39-34. Georgia Tech had the lead. Georgia Tech is at Ole Miss next week. They got a bye week. Georgia, 48, Tennessee Martin 7. They'll beat today against Ball State at noon. And then Georgia Southern all over the Citadel, 34-0. 6 o'clock in the pretty little stadium. They'll take on UAB. Hey, you want to watch your favorite team anywhere in the United States? Come here, Coach's Corner. They'll find a TV. They'll put it on for you. Men's soccer, let's go to SCAD. They're 1-0-1. They'll play Warner University today, home at 5 o'clock. Women's, they're ranked 14th. They're 4-0. They play September 13th at Warner University at Lake Wales, Florida. Professionals, Braves. The Braves win again last night. Ronald Acuna homered for the 7th time in 11th games. Eddie Rosario went deep also. The Braves are just a machine. It's 2 wins after dropping 3. They'll play home tonight, 7:20 against the Pirates again. They beat the Pirates last night, 8-2. Go on the mound for Atlanta is left-handed pitcher Dylan Dodd, 2-1, 7.40 ERA against Johan Oviedo. He's 8-14 with a 4.27 ERA. Falcons open up tomorrow against the Panthers. NFC Southern Division. Okay, South Division. It's going to be pretty tough. Brian Harmon will be playing the Ryder Cup at the end of the month, February 29th. Let's go local schools. I'm right on time here. Local colleges. Okay. Oh, I do apologize. Champions Tour. Tim O'Neill. Hey, he's doing pretty good this year. He's at the Alley. Well, last week at the Alley Challenge, he finished 43rd. He was 2 under. He's at the Ascension Charity Classic in Norwood Hills this weekend. I don't have an update. Bananas played their 84th game. They got a doubleheader tonight against the Party Animals in Milwaukee. Then they come home. They go to Syracuse next Thursday, and then they finish it up next Saturday in Cooperstown. All right, Savannah Falcons semi-pro team had their tryouts last week. Get in touch with Coach Eddie Cheese Wilson, and he'll help you out. Remember, Soundgarden tonight, Yacht Club, 7 o'clock. All right, got all the news and notes in there. I got to get this guy on. I know he's a very busy man. He's been very, very good to me, so I got to get in here and talk to him. But a big win last night, 31-24 over Ware County. Ware County, 5A state champions last year. BC 4A. I mean, just a great game. Down 14-0. They ran off 31 unanswered points. I think that was a pretty shocker right there. But you know what? Never count the cadets out, and I can't wait to see hear and see what Danny Britt has to say for it. You'll watch the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to thank my sponsors. You got to love it. Up next, the man himself, Danny Britt. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Sound Garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From Come Get Equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, Savannah, and welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. How about good morning, Savannah and the Coastal Empire? Hopefully we got a lot of people watching along here, and it's always a lot of fun, and I'm trying to figure out what I got going on here. You know, I'm a one-man show. But anyway, this is what it's all about. Bringing on the coaches, bringing on the kids, talking about their programs, and why not? Let's do a pigskin roundup, all right? Just a great game last night over there at Memorial Stadium, packed house, playoff atmosphere. And, you know, what more do you want? The Cadets pull it out. They beat Ware County 31-24. I think it was 31 unanswered points. And, you know I coined this a couple of years ago. I think it was in his 2014 or 2016 state championship run. I said to the coach, it's the Cadets, but it's the cardiac Cadets. I mean, they came back in a lot of games. It was unbelievable. I don't know how this man stays healthy. I really don't. He's joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat with a big win last night. Benedictine head coach Danny Britt. What's up, Coach?
I'm good, Carl. How are you?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. I'm talking sports, and I got to watch the highlights. Nathan Dominance came and covered the game for the Prep Sports Report. It's on the website. Dennis Knight was there. WSAV. I mean, it was the hottest ticket in town. How do you like that, Coach?
Yeah. First of all, I heard what you were just saying, and who in the world says I'm healthy? I don't. Nobody's been accusing me of that lately, but I'm still kicking. We're still here, so it's good. But yeah, man, it was a great atmosphere. Absolutely packed. Both crowds were really in it. You know, it was just an incredible atmosphere. In fact, numerous times in the middle, and you know how intense I am, and all of that. I just looked at the kids and smiled and like, hey, man, check it out. Look around. This is what it's about, and it was special. I mean, the fourth week into the season, you got playoff atmosphere, and I got to go to this. I know when I was lucky enough to be on the radio every Friday night to do the game of the week. I mean, I coined you guys. I don't know if it was a 2014 season or a 2016 season. I coined you guys the cardiac Cadets. I mean, once again, 14-0 behind, but you know what? Don't have a cardiac arrest. Those kids came back, Coach. You got to be pretty proud of them. Yeah, very proud of them. I was able to tell them that at halftime. Very proud that we came back. We did go down 14-0, but nothing about it felt like, oh gosh, this is, it's done. This is a blowout. We just felt like, hey, we're taking our shot. It's going to hit very soon. And so, yeah, I mean, but proud of them for continuing to fight and just taking that momentum back. And when they took it and ran.
Well, you're like me. You're a coach. Besides all the great points, there are also the negative points that you learn from. So give us a little synopsis of the positive points that you saw last night and the negative points that your team has to work on to make it to that perennial state football championship game again.
Yeah, and that's why you want to play teams like Ware County. That's why I changed years ago and said, hey, I want to play the absolute best people I can play, even if we have to go to Miami or wherever we have to go to do it. It exposes you because the other team's really good, really well coached, lots of players. So, yes, the fact that we just kept fighting, stayed in it, we're not arguing with each other back and forth. We just continue to do what we do. And so that is huge. That is something, that's a character thing. So proud of that. Luke, you really can't. I mean, he's a dude. Man, he is a dude. He's special. Bryce Baker. We tried not to overuse him, but we said, okay, we got to get him 8 to 10 touches. He went off and did his thing, and of course played very well defensively also. So proud of that. There's some smaller things we've got to work on. We had a bad snap early and missed a very short field goal. The truth is the snapper's playing every rep of offense. He's an offensive lineman, which in the past we haven't had that. We've had somebody who primarily just snapped. So, that's something we've got to work on. And I get it, man. He's exhausted. He's tired, but that's part of it. That same situation, I waited too long to make a decision. We sent the meat out, the heavy offensive set out to, and then I had to call a timeout because I took too long. And I told the guys, hey, that's 100% on me. So then we went for the field goal and had a bad snap. So those are all things that we've got to work on, all of us, every one of us, to get better. But being in those type of games is the only way you learn those things to work on.
All right, so now we're calling the jumbo guys, the elephant guys, the meat crew.
That's what we call it, meat package. Yeah, lots of meat on the field. So, and I think there were three 300-pounders either at tight end or in the backfield. So that's pretty good.
That's a lot of poundage out there on the field. All right, so overall, I mean, 4 games in, you're 4-0. You got Hebron Christian coming in, right? They're coming down here to play you?
That's correct, yes.
So at this point of the season, okay, comment on where you're at and what you feel that, this, I mean, you've said it before. I've heard you. I listen to you, Danny Britt show every Thursday, and you said this might be the best team that you've coached ever. I mean, right? So this team's got a lot of talent.
We do, and I truly believe that we could be a really great team. It's up to us, and truly don't worry about who we play. We have to make the decision. We are who we are every week. So, I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of talent, a lot of things that click as far as personalities and that sort of thing. And we just got to continue to improve. Last week, the practices were incredible. It was very good. And I felt like it would be. We went up to Westminster, had a lackluster performance, came back. It's Ware County. We knew we had to practice at a different level. If we learn to do that every week, no matter who we're playing, then we could be really special.
Well, you know the saying, Coach, youth is wasted on the young, right?
That's right. No doubt. No doubt.
If you're just tuning in, you're listening or watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm talking to Benedictine's head coach, Danny Britt. Big win last night. Probably one of the most looked into games across the state of Georgia against Ware County and, 2 defending state champions. And you're like me. That's a title from last year. This year, like you say, you got to go out and play every game, one game at a time. And you said this is a special team. What's the chemistry like on this team this year?
It's good. It's good. And there's a lot of different characters, and that's what it takes, right? I've always felt like you need the guy that's going to keep everybody straight, that's going to be the guy you call on to pray, the guy that will, you send him to represent the team to the administration. And you need that guy who you are calling and worrying about what he's doing on the weekend. I mean, not to be whatever, but that's just kind of the way it is. And you kind of keep it all straight. And we kind of have all of that, and then, guys that are really, fighting together and working together. And so it's really good. And that's something I've really enjoyed, about being at Benedictine. You have not to be whatever, but you have the really rich kids who, are from, live on a water lot. And then you have kids from the inner city, and they all mix together. And it just makes a beautiful, recipe when you can put it all together.
And I know you've been there almost, this is your, 13th season, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So you came over from Calvary Baptist when it was called Calvary Baptist. Now it's called Calvary Day School. And
right.
real religious beliefs and everything else. Then you come over to Benedictine and you got that brotherhood. Now you've watched this brotherhood for 12 years. How has that brotherhood of these kids impressed Danny Britt?
It is. It's impressive. And that brotherhood never goes away. That's what's so cool about it. And it is true. And I know they say it, and we all, y'all market things, but that brotherhood is for real, man. And when you can see it, just come to a game. You should. I get off the bus, getting ready to do the cadet walk, and I've got, Doc Groover talking to me. I don't know, Doc's in his 70s, and he's there at the tailgate, having a blast, and then with his sons, and then you got the little kids running around. It is truly a brotherhood that never goes away. And what I love about it is the weakest kid at Benedictine, if somebody's messing with them, the BC guys can pick on them, but nobody else can. That's their guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I love that aspect of it is, hey, you're my guy forever and ever, and that's the way it works.
All right, last question. I was listening, of course, to the golden voice of the BC Sports Channel now, Kevin Thomas, and he was saying something. I think Stevie Power joined him last night. It was good to listen on the way home. And I just lost him. Hope he comes back. There you go, Coach. That's okay. Ware County, or people saying that Luke Cromenhawk is not a Division I football player. I mean, this kid has proven it year in and year out. I mean, he sat behind, of course, Holden Gurner. He's come in last year, was his first year under his belt. But this year, he's so physically mature and he's so mentally mature that you can see it in the games.
Yeah, definitely. And Luke, of course, we use that. It was a radio guy that kept saying it. And the guy hadn't done his homework because we played in an absolute mud fest last year. And
yes.
And no quarterback was looking that great because it was just nasty. And but Luke has heard that over and over again this week. And Luke is very special. Coach Strickland said that, he's like, that kid is special. You need to understand that. Yeah, Luke is really good. He's a competitor. It showed last night, and he's got special talent in all kind of different ways.
All right, I told you I wouldn't keep you more than 15 minutes, and time's almost up. We got it coming here, and from, let's see, Jeff Evans. He says, great win, Coach Britt.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
Jeff. We got another one. Kevin did an awesome job on the radio. We know that. Luke is a stud. Naysayers come on. The dude made all the right throws. Yeah, he definitely is a good. Jeff Evans, bow tie barbecue, eh? I guess that's he's keeping on top of you. I mean, I'd come for the food too every Thursday afternoon. But last thing I got to say is, Coach, you come into Hebron Christian, then you get into your heart of your region schedule. And I know you're like me, one game at a time. You're not looking down the road. But I've been watching. New Hampshire's been decent. Burke County, Southeast Bullock, and Wayne County. I mean, they lost a heartbreaker the other night against Appling. But, hey, that region schedule looks like it's going to prepare you for the next level.
No doubt. It's amazing. I think this week we had 3 teams, actually 4 teams counting us, in the region ranked in the top 10 in the state. I mean, my gosh. So it's going to be really tough. But that's what you want. That's what prepares you. Burke County is going to be really good. Frank is there. Frank and I played together at Georgia Southern. He's a great coach. And Wayne is incredible. New Hampstead's, doing incredible things. So it's going to be tough, but hey, that's the way you want it.
Hey, I got a comment here from your number one cheerleader. I know you got 3 cheerleaders in that house, but you got to love Stephanie Britt. Awesome job, Coach. You were so cute out there coaching.
Oh man, you're trying to call me healthy, and she's calling me cute. I'm glad you guys are my friends.
Hey, I got my wife home D. She says I'm cute, but I don't know what she's looking at either, boy. So
thank God for her, huh?
All right, Danny. I always appreciate you coming on, always being there for me, and I love watching what you're doing. I said that from that long time ago at Groves at Garden City Stadium when I watched you kick that field goal to get to the playoffs the first year. But keep it up, and it's one game at a time. Next up, Hebron Christian, 7:30 at Memorial Stadium. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, thank you, Carl. Thank you.
Hey, you're healthy enough for me, buddy. Talk to you later.
All right, bud.
I mean, just a great coach. I mean, the kids love playing for him, and I know I've said this a million times. I had my son play for him. Tough love, but he's there for you, okay? And, you got to love Danny Britt and the cadets, what they're doing. And, I mean, 4 state championships. It's just excitement here in Savannah, Georgia, that we got teams. We got not just one team, but we got teams that can win a state championship. And next up, we're going to talk to a player, and I'm not jinxing them, but last night they were unbelievable. They came out and they smacked Charlotte Christian out of North Carolina in the face. This young man, was the leading rusher and the lead tackler for the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. Coming up next, our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from Calvary Day School, Trevor Strowbrighe. Hang in there, Trevor. He's in the back in the green room, whatever you want to call it. 3 minutes. Got to thank the guest. And I got a comment. I got to put this up here. My man Brian tuning in. Phenomenal coach and entire staff he's put together. Don't forget about the athletic trainers there too, Brian. Love you, brother. All right, I'll be back in 3 minutes with the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. all the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands: Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, Savannah and the Coastal Empire. Thank you for joining me, whatever it be, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's the Coach Karl DeMasi, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And once again, it's just great Thursday night, Friday night football here in Savannah, Georgia. Last night, I got a chance to go over to Calvary. I stayed the first half, a little old age, trying to run up and down the field, taking pictures. But I'm telling you, they jumped out quick. They jumped on Charlotte Christian, one of the top teams coming out of North Carolina, supposed to be one of the top teams in the United States. It was so much fun to watch. And number 22, he's small in stature, but he's probably one of the biggest guys on that field because he was all over the place on offense, on defense, touchdown, running the ball, making tackles. I mean, helping the young dude at cornerback, Emerson Lewis. I mean, it was just fun watching him. But I'm telling you right now, he's one of the top players to watch. I mean, he has offers from so many schools. Of course, Power 5 schools. I think Minnesota has offered to him. A school up in Michigan where the real Coach DeMasi coaches now. Coached him last year. I'm throwing that in there. Wayne State University, but he's done a great job. He's the leading tackler, the leading rusher for this year's Cavalier team. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Calvary Day School, Trevor Strowbrighe. Trevor, what's going on?
How you doing?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. I'm getting to talk to kids like you and coaches, football in this area. But once again, great game last night, buddy. I mean,
Appreciate it.
you were down two of your other brothers that were hurt, and you guys just stepped it up and you jumped on them so quick. Did you expect that?
I did not expect that. But, I mean, when you come out and play, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. And, I mean, you're just having a phenomenal year. Tell people what it's like playing offense and defense.
It's very tiring and humbling. I mean, you learn that there's people that can be better than you, but you still got to push, still got to want it.
Now, so you're leading the team in rushing. You're leading the team in tackles, which is quite impressive over at Calvary Day School because you got some studs over there, okay? What do you attribute your success to on both sides of the ball? And you do special teams, so anything. What do you attribute your success to?
On defense, our coaches really coach us up on the technique. I mean, I squeeze down, jet my blocks like my coaches tell me to. I'll make the tackle. On offense, my O-line has been giving me a great push this year, and I really appreciate it. I can't ask for a better O-line.
Hey, you got to give those hogs some love there. And I'm just telling you this. I'm an old ball coach. I mean, the young Coach DeMasi, but you win the game, and Coach Stroud will probably tell you this too, in the trenches. Without those guys up front on either side of the ball, you're not going to win.
At all.
All right. So, we hear, we got two of the best quarterbacks in the United States here in Savannah, Georgia. You got Luke Kromenhawk over BC, and, of course, you got Jake Merklinger at Calvary Day School. And when you think about Jake Merklinger, you think about a pass-oriented offense. But tell me what it's like playing running back in this offense, and you get touches and you have big nights.
It's really fun and exciting. I mean, when you got somebody like Jake giving you encouragement, he's really amped up. So you're going to be amped up. You're ready to go. Adrenaline's pumping. And it's nice to contribute to this offense because we got a well-rounded offense.
All right. So you just said, well, how do you balance offense and defense? You can't take a play off because you're never off the field. So how do you balance that adrenaline on both sides of the ball when you're out there?
I mean, it's about staying composed. It's using your adrenaline for the right thing. I mean, you stay calm when the play's that. When the play's on, you're back in that mode. I want us to see, and I want us to see it on both sides of the ball. So if you just want it bad enough, you'll do it.
Well, you also talked about leadership and how Jake gets everybody motivated. You're one of the leaders on that team. What's your philosophy? What's your concept? You're playing alongside a freshman there, a cornerback. How are you a leader? What motivates you to be the leader on that team?
I would say I'm the energy guy on the team. I bring a lot of excitement. I'm really amped up, but I really stick to the code. What Coach Stroud says, everybody does the job. We're like the arteries to the heart. If you do your job, you'll win. And I just want everybody to stick to that.
All right. So you're senior now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite aspect of playing high school football? You also play other sports. We'll get that to in a second. But what's your favorite aspect of playing football?
The energy in Georgia is just different. I just like the attention it gets, the names, how people can just break out. One year you're not known, next year you're known. It's just amazing.
Well, tell me, what do you like? You like getting hit, or you like running people over, or you like bringing the smack, the wood?
I like bringing the wood. I like running people over. I like it all.
Whatever it takes, right?
Whatever it takes.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. We're talking to senior free safety, linebacker. You put him in cornerback, and, of course, on offense, the running back, wide receiver, slot receiver, Trevor Strowbrighe. He does so much over there in that Calvary offense. It's just great. Now, I just talked to Danny Britt, former Calvary Day School coach, now over Benedictine, and he talks about that tight-knit community, that brotherhood at Benedictine. What kind of tight-knit group do we have at Calvary?
Oh, it's so tight. Most of our friends, most of the seniors, we grew up together. We started Calvary in like 6th grade, grew up, middle school, learned the plays. We always going out on Fridays after the games, eat together and stuff like that. It's just a great time. Strong brotherhood.
All right. Now, I forgot to put this on it. Tell us about the coaching staff. I mean, you got the elder statesman, the OG of coaches here in Savannah, Georgia, and Coach Stroud, and a bunch of young guys. And, of course, you got Coach Chumley, another state championship football coach. Tell us what that coaching staff brings to you guys and Coach Stroud's leadership, under Coach Stroud's leadership.
Coach Stroud brings a calmness to it, I would say. Calms it down. But our coaching staff is really jacked up. We got a lot lot of coaches that want us to get after it. They're really tough mentally, and they want us to be tough mentally and be great young men. And I really like that.
This is the fun part. Describe your pregame rituals. Do you have superstitions? Do you got to put your socks on the same way? Do you have to wear certain bands? Do you have to eat certain food? What's your pregame ritual?
My pregame ritual, I would say I would eat a Twinkie. Actually, I would eat a Twinkie and listen to calm rock before the game.
A Twinkie and calm rock. I'll take the Twinkie. I don't know about the calm rock. When I was growing up, we had Led Zeppelin and AC/DC, and they were. I'm not that old, so we'll go from there. All right. So as far as your family, how has your family contributed to your success so far in high school sports?
My parents, they just give me everything I need. Cleats, get me to practice when I couldn't drive. Meals, extra training sessions. When I didn't have the footwear, they got me there. I really appreciate them.
Yeah, and is there, you look up to your parents. Is there anybody in football that's a role model for Trevor?
Oh yes, sir, absolutely. My older cousin Cameron Albright, who got the chance to play at Ball State. He had the chance to actually sign with the Chicago Bears. He was a great role model. He just always got after it. Always stayed down and hungry, and I like that hungry. You got to stay hungry.
All right, 2 more questions because my next guest is waiting there. So, beyond football, what are your academic and career aspirations? We know that you want to get to the next level, play at a big-time school. You got so many offers, and then after that's all done, and hopefully, you get the chance like your cousin there. Well, after that, what do you want to do with your life?
Just business. I like business. I want to major in business, start other businesses, and branch out, grow business.
All right, and you've been at Calvary. What's that experience been like?
It's been great. I love this God-based school. I don't know. This is a family. They love on you. They give you help and everything you need. I love it.
And you got a lot of those little kids looking up to you. So Trevor Strowbrighe's legacy at this school is right now, everybody knows who you are. What message or advice would you give to these younger kids about Calvary Day School and about playing sports?
I would say stay with your family. That's rule number 1. You got to stay with your family, trust in your brothers. Rule number 2 is stay hungry. Never think you made it further enough. You always stay hungry. Keep eating.
Well, you're doing a great job. People are noticing you. Like I said, nobody called me and said, well, Trevor Strowbrighe should be your player of the week. Just looking at your stats and look at what you're doing over there, watching what you did last night on the field, you deserve it, buddy. And that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, keep it going. I once had a kid play there. Go Cavs.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, Trevor. Good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just a juggernaut over there. It's just a juggernaut. I mean, it's unbelievable what they're doing over there at Calvary Day School. Trevor Strowbrighe, 5'8", 5'9", but he's built like a brick house. I mean, just all over the field last night, number 22. And I'm glad I went through the stats to find someone like that. All right, this next man, I got to get on pretty quick. So we're not going to go to a commercial. We're going to go right into my next guest because I know he's got things to do. It was his bye week, and they're off to an unbelievable start. They're off to a 3-0 start. He came in and he's changed the mindset over there at Bryan County High School. So now joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, I just lost it again, is Coach Sherrod Freeman. Okay, I just lost him. They beat Lincoln County, Truitland County, and Wheeler County so far. They got a big game. They have a bye week this week. They take on and they play Portal. So joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself, the head coach at Bryan County High School, Sherrod Freeman. What's up, Coach?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Karl? You doing all right today?
Hey, I'm doing great. I know I got to keep you short and sweet because I can see the grill behind you.
Yeah, we got a church function going on today. We giving out once a year. We get together and we give out food to the community. We cook on the grill all weekend and all day today, and people can come out and get free plates.
Well, perfect time, and I know it's your bye week, but your team's performance has been unbelievable. Last year into this year, there's so much hype about Bryan County High School football. Tell us about the team's performance so far in your mind.
Well, we playing good football. We're playing very fundamental. The coaches are doing a great job getting the guys ready every week for the game. But the kids have bought into what we're trying to do. We have been playing playing well since I've been here, all 3 years, and it's all clicking this year. From the weight room to trying to establish a team environment, a family environment. We all playing well right now. We just playing good football right now.
All right, so if I ask you right now, you're playing so well, but what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses up to this point?
I think our strength is our senior class. We got a good senior class. They showing good leadership. Our weaknesses right now, I don't want to say what they are, but we got some. But we're working on them. We're working on them right now. I feel like we can get better in our kicking game. I feel like we struggle sometimes on our special teams, and we have worked on that this week. That's one of the things that I want us to get better at. We're not quite hitting our averages on special teams, and we got to get better if we want to move forward and we want to continue to get better. We got to get better on special teams. That's what we've been stressing to the kids the last couple of weeks. Our punt average is not where it need to be at. Our punt return is not where it need to be at. Holding people on our kickoff team is not where it need to be at right now. I feel like those little things like that is what causes us a football game if we don't get those under control.
I mean, you guys, but you're doing the right things. You're winning, and I'm an old coach, and I've been around a long time. There's 3 parts to a football team, and that's, of course, offense, defense, and special teams. Hopefully, Coach can get back in. He's out at a church function, so he's on his cell phone. So let's see if we can get him back. But Bryan County, like I said, they're off to a great start. They took on Lincoln County. Okay, there he is. Let me get him back in here. All right, Coach. I was talking about your schedule. Lincoln County, that's your alma mater, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I played there. I was fortunate to win 2 state championships there. I played with some good friends of mine. Played under some great coaches, and that's my alma mater. Yep.
And how was it going up there coaching and beating them?
It was awesome. All my friends was there. My classmates were there. This was the second time that I've done it. We did it in Warrenton. We broke the losing streak in Warrenton. I think it was like 43 straight years that they lost to them.
Wow.
It was a fun night. My mom was there. My grandparents was there. My dad passed away. He was not there, but all my friends were there, my classmates. It was fun. It was real fun. They sat on my side. They was cheering for me. They was rooting for me. It was fun.
Well, I mean, you've done a great job, and you faced a lot of challenges over there at Bryan County, and there's improvement going on. Tell us about the challenges and the obstacles you had to overcome to get where your program is right now.
Well, it was a challenge, but what I can say that I really like is how the community have stood behind us. Anything that our kids needed, they have really fought hard to get it. Our admin, the board office, our board members, they have really fought hard to get things that we needed, like a sled, a chute. We got a bigger weight room. Our weight room is kind of up to date now. We got better weight equipment. Our practice facilities are up to date, up to par with everybody else now. I really feel like that our board of education, our admin has supported us. And what I really like is how our community is coming together on things that we need. It is just fun to see how we get together on Friday, our community get together. It is a fun time in Bryan County on Friday night. It's really exciting. I mean, I think we sold over 700 tickets at the last football game, which is awesome. I think that's real big.
Yeah, everybody's getting behind the Redskins. It's nice to see that. And, you come up, and I know we take one game at a time, but is Bryan County and Portal sort of a little rivalry from what I heard?
It's going to be a rivalry just because I used to coach in Portal. I got friends in Portal. Me and the head coach in Portal, we good friends. I got me and the principal in Portal. I coached on his staff. It's a rivalry just because it's the next game. I feel like it's going to be fun. It's close to home. I live in Statesboro. I know a lot of those guys that work up there. So it's going to be a rivalry, but, I feel like every game is rivalry. But this is a big rivalry. I mean, give me bragging rights for the next year. So it's a big rivalry. It does.
All right. Well, you still got a couple of games to go before you get to your region schedule, and hopefully this prepares you for this. But you were talking about your kids, your senior group. You brought 3 of them up to the Optum Orthopedic Prep Sports Sport Media Day. But I'm telling you, what I'm impressed with is how this kid Clemens, or as you guys call Smush, has responded to, breaking or having a stress fracture in your femur is pretty serious. But This kid just keeps on going and going and going. And the social media highlights of him squatting, I don't know how much he was squatting, but you got to be impressed with those kids that you got up there and they're coming back with smush. I mean, I didn't expect him to be back this quick.
He's back, and he's working hard. That's one of the things that we stressed, the coaching staff, we stressed when I first got here. I believe in the weight room. You know, we was getting our heads beat in back when those guys were freshmen. When our freshmen was getting our head beat in, and I kept telling them guys, you know, we got to commit ourselves to the weight room. We're going to get stronger. We're going to get bigger. We're going to get faster. And that's one of the things that they have really stressed, and they have really put a lot of effort into the weight room. And Smush is just one of the ones that he loves the weight room. I mean, he's one of the ones that works hard. Yeah, I put it on social media. He power cleaned 320 pounds the other day. You know, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's 6 foot, 207 pounds. Power clean 330 pounds. That's pretty impressive. But we got plenty of guys that's pretty strong like that. They really get out there in the weight room. We stress the weight room. They get out to the weight room. They believe in the weight room. Our admin believe in the weight room. So I feel like that they understand in order for us to continue to win that the weight room is a must. And our admin has started to understand that, and they make sure all our guys are in the weight room. So I'm excited about that.
And two guys that I've noticed over the last 2 or 3 years since you've been there that have been, Iron Man football. I mean, Sean Kelly Hill, quarterback, outside linebacker, Tanner Enos, inside linebacker, wide receiver, running back. Tell us about those two kids.
Tanner is a great kid. He's smart. He's strong also. But, you know, you get with Sean Kelly, he's that guy that you want to walk down the alley with at night. He's that guy that
yeah.
he doesn't care. He's tough as nails. He's not the strongest as the rest of them, but he don't care who you are. He's all about a good fight. You know, he's the one, if you walk down a dark alley at night, you want him with you. He's that type of kid that you want. He's that dog you want with you, you know. He's that guy. He's got your back no matter what. He's that guy. Exactly. He's that guy. Some of them might be a little iffy. Some of them might be like, hey, it's too dark to walk down through there, you know. Sean Kelly, let's go. I don't care. Let's go. You know, he's that guy you want to walk down that dark alley with. He's that guy. He's that guy.
All right, and I talked to Coach Britt earlier, and, you know, we hear about Benedictine's brotherhood. What do you notice about your team, about their cohesiveness? What do you notice about your team?
This is a close group. I think they've been playing ball since they were 6 years old. This senior class, I see pictures of the parents posting. Carson, all those guys, they got pictures of when they played rec ball, the same football team, minus a couple that didn't make it to their senior year playing football. But majority of this group, they got senior pictures when they were 6 years old, on the team together, winning championships in the rec league. It's awesome to see, you know. I think they won in middle school. They won in the rec league. I think a parent sent me one the other day. Every last one of them was in that picture. It's just cool to see them still together. They're still close. It's fun to be around them in the locker room. I like to laugh and play with them. But, you know, when we're on that football field, they know it's about business. They know the coach is about business. But once we walk out that field, we can cut up. We can laugh. And they understand that now. They understand what we're about. They understand what the coach is about. And so that's what makes us close. That makes us a close group.
Well, you know, you're playing a pretty tough region. I know there's only 5 teams, but Metter has been having a great couple of years. Screven County is coming back to what Screven County used to be. Claxton, you know, last night they won their first game. They put 35 up on Groves. Tell us about this division.
It's tough. You know, we don't know. Right now, we can't really say who's the top dog in our region, you know. Metter always going to be the top dog because they're the one that don't won it the last 3 years. You know, we really don't know. All we can do is play the game. You know, Coach Campbell always say that's why we play the game. We play the game to see who's going to be number 1, who's going to be number 2, who's going to be number 3. On paper, it can be anybody, but that's why you play the game, and that's what we tell our kids. That's what we look forward to is playing the game. We had a good off week. We worked on Bryan County. We didn't work on Porter. We didn't work on Scriven. We didn't work on Claxton. We worked on Bryan County. We worked on our fundamentals. We worked on things that we need to work on to get ready for this week. And now this week we'll work on Porter, and then we'll move on. But that's why we play the game, to find out who's who.
You know, usually coaches come in and they got a 5-year plan. You've excelled that five-year plan to 3 years. Did you expect this to move that quick?
Carl, I kind of did because of the fact that when I was in Warren County, I understood it took us a while in Warrenton to get to where we finally got that program to. So I understood what it was going to take. I think because of the stop that I had in Warrenton, it helped me with the Bryan County stop. And it took me getting in and getting with my administration, getting them to see my vision and my plan, that what I had planned for the football team or for the future of this football program. And once they saw that what I had planned and what we needed to do to win, I felt like it would take off. You know, they just had to they had to understand that what we needed to win, and then it took off. They got on the same page. You know, we didn't ask for nothing big. We just asked for little things. We asked for a sled. We asked for a shoe. We asked for all our kids to get in the weight room. And we asked for coaches. You can't do this without coaches. Nothing that I've done. We just got good coaches. We have good coaches at Bryan County. People don't understand. We have great coaches at Bryan County.
That's what it takes. It takes a bunch of good leaders to lead a bunch of good young men. Well, Coach, I wish you the best of luck. I know you got Portal coming up, and then you still got 2 more games before you get into your region season. So keep up the great work, and everybody's watching the Redskins now, so you got people's heads turned. Keep it going there, Coach.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, go Redskins.
Go Redskins. Bye-bye.
Enjoy that barbecue.
I'm working on it. I'm tired. I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. Have a good one.
You too. I mean, you could just tell the excitement that he has about this program, what he's brought there to Bryan County High School. I mean, it's really impressive. Off to a 3-0 start. I think they beat Lincoln County the first game of the year, and Lincoln County was ranked like 6th or 7th. And it was a good win for Bryan County. And these kids are believing in themselves, and they got a good nucleus of kids. And I know I've had Austin Smush Clemens on, but I can tell you right now, Enos and Kelly Hill, and there's other kids. Right when it came to the Optum Orthopedic Prep Sports Sport Media Day, you could tell these kids wanted to play some football, and they were out there to show you what Bryan County High School football was all about. All right, next up, I'm going to try and find that man that's probably out running the streets. That's right. He's an avid jogger, always getting in his work, but he's been a fantastic head football coach for over 31 years. That's Mark Stroud from Calvary Day School. He's up next. Stay tuned. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, Come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here at Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner stage. I'm on the drummer stage, but tonight we got the Yacht Club. That's right. You want mellow music and rest the soul. We lost one of the best Yacht Club musicians, I think, in my lifetime is Jimmy Buffett. But anyway, we had a great game over there at 63rd and Paulson last night. MC Anderson Field, Calvary just took apart Charlotte Christian from North Carolina. I want to get him on quick before we lose him, but he's joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat. Last night's winning coach. He's won a lot of games, and he's one of the, I think, one of the best coaches in the area. He's been doing it for a long time, and that's, of course, Mark Stroud. I know, Coach, you're out there getting exercise in. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I thought I would be. I got a little sidetracked with time, but a little train issue. But so, yeah. I got it up. Amazingly, I got this thing to work with the help of my wife.
Hey, behind every great man, there's a greater wife. You know that.
100%.
So,
100%.
All right. Great win last night. Everybody expected to be a closer game. You guys came out and just jumped all over them. I mean, did you expect that?
No, I really didn't. I mean, I tell you, our kids really, really played, I thought, very, very well early. And, you know, and Coach Chumley's in my ear over here getting us the onside kick, the second kickoff, and thank gosh I did. We did it, you know, and so we got that ball, and then we were able to score and get up 2 scores pretty early. Our kids they were playing really fast and played really, really well last night early, and it was against a good football team, so it was a good win for us.
Yeah, I knew, because, I had one son that went to Savannah Christian, one son that went with you at Calvary. I knew as soon as that onside kick came, I said, Donald Chumley must have been in Coach Mark Stroud's ear.
100%. Yeah.
And you had to prepare for it all the time too, right?
Listen, he used to drive us crazy. I'm like, I'm scared to death over to do it. He's like, you just got to jump on board, brother. I'm like, okay, I get it. But, it's scary. But, yeah, that was a great move, I think. And, and give him all the credit for that. So gave us a chance to get up early, and then our defense played really well and made some really big stops, I think, which will really be important for us in the long haul, just being able to do that. And so it was great. Good win.
So, I talked to Danny Britt. He opened up the show. You're ending the show. I mean, he's got Luke Kromenhawk, one of the best quarterbacks in the United States. You got Jake Merkley, another one of the best quarterbacks in the United States. I mean, the kid was, I mean, I think he put the team on his back last night with his hype, with his motivation, and that touchdown he scored that the kid tried to take his head off. I mean, the kid just, he's a pure leader. That's why he's playing at the next level.
Yeah, I thought he really had one of his best performances last night overall. I mean, he came out really excited, a lot of energy. I thought he, did a good job stepping up in the pocket to make some plays, and then getting out of the pocket, making some plays, extending some drives. You know how athletic he is, and he was able to really make some things happen with his feet too. And I think, you've coached long enough. When you're preparing for somebody that can run and throw, that's an issue, and he presents a real problem, I think, for the defense.
And then you had a cast of a corral of running backs because two of your better players were on the sidelines taking care of some minor injuries. So those kids stepped up. Strowbrighe and I didn't hear about. I never heard of the other kids in the backfield with them. How about those guys?
Yeah, those three guys have been kind of carrying the ball, and whoever kind of gets hot, Jordan Tillman and Chase Lucas are the other two guys, and they all really complement each other well. They're a little bit different, each one of those guys, but they very much complement each other, and they're all playing really hard, running really hard. I mean, the good thing about having those three guys back there is that, when they get in there, they're trying to get it done. They want to stay on the field. So the competition is really good there. It's a healthy competition. I mean, no one's like, badgering each other about it, but, everybody just knows when they get in there, hey, this is my shot. If I get a carry here, I better go do something with it. I'm going to get right back out of here. So that's a good situation.
And you talk about, without the people up front, you're not going anywhere. And I know it. You win the game in the trenches. And I was pretty impressed with your offensive and defensive lines last night. And Mike Smith playing that tight end spot, I know he's a great receiver, but I'm telling you right now, he did some heck of a job blocking from that tight end position.
He really did. He's a big kid and strong and super athletic. And, I mean, that's a really good situation now for Mike, is that we can attach Mike. We can get him off the line of scrimmage like a tight end in the backfield, and then we can put him out wide. He can do all those things really well. So, you really can't personnel us too much when he's in the game because he can line up anywhere. So I thought he played really, really well. And, he showed why he's that kind of player last night.
How about the offensive and defensive lines? You had some big kids there too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been real priority for us as our offensive line, just trying to get our guys to be more consistent and play better. And we really got only one returning starter from last year that was a full-time starter. Yep. So those guys are it's a learning curve for them, and I really think they're trying. We're trying to find the right combination of the guys that play in there, right five. And I think we're getting closer to that. We feel like we got like 7 guys that we think can step in there and play now. So that was very encouraging to see those guys play well. And, they're doing some different things with the defensive line. I thought the defensive line did a really good job. Because, besides outside of Buddy Mathis, we're not very big over there on the defensive line. So they're doing a lot of moving around and, trying to create some situation with confusion and some blocking situations. So they're playing really well. I was proud of them.
Okay, and I know I'm going to make this quick. Number one fan, he's here every Saturday morning, but Dennis Kessler, he says, "Good morning, Coach Stroud. Just want to say good morning and have a great day." I mean, he's up there in the stands with that purple hat with the feather.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome.
He was there last night and said it was a great win.
Yeah, so tell him thank you. Thank you, Don Kessler.
Appreciate it. Okay, I know you got to go. I don't want to keep you long. I talked to Coach Freeman from Bryan County. I talked to Coach Britt about team chemistry. What's the team chemistry like over there this year for the Cavaliers?
I think it's been really good. I mean, we've challenged our guys really from day one that, we've said this many times before, but we'll continue to say it. It just doesn't matter who gets the credit as long as it gets done. If people just take that and really believe it and live it and, have humility, pull for your teammates, and celebrate your teammates when they do well. If you can do that, then we have a good team. Outside of that, just a bunch of individuals playing, and it's not a lot of fun for anybody. So right now the vibe is very good. Kids, I think, genuinely like each other and genuinely pulling for each other. So that's super encouraging. That makes it fun, as you know, and it makes it feel like you're getting something. It's bigger than just being a football team.
Oh, it definitely is. Okay, and the last thing. So, what lessons? After all, so many games you've coached, you take lessons from every game you play. So what lessons did you take away from last night's game, and how do you plan to address those areas with next week's practice in Liberty County coming up?
Yeah, I think, a big thing is, we just got to make sure we don't over-pursue defensively. We over-pursued a couple times last night, and they got us in a little bit of trouble. And, just recognizing how important details are. Alignment details and understanding communication on the field. It comes into defense a lot. Making sure that everyone knows exactly what coverage we're in. And our guys do a phenomenal job on the defense side of the ball. All those guys are really, really good. And but getting the kids to take details, because sometimes they just they think it's just one more thing we're going over. It's not that important, but the details are everything. Just lining up on your divider correctly in the secondary is going to make or break you. Making sure you have gap integrity defensively all the time is going to make or break you. And those details, I think, is something we're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And the same thing offensively. The big thing offensively is you just got to do your job. Don't try to do somebody else's job. If you do your job, then we have a chance to be successful. If you play really, really hard and take care of your job, then we have a chance. So those are things we're constantly examining and evaluating because we feel like we've at least got the schematics in place. And but then all the fine details. It's an 8-yard route, not a 6-yard route. It's a break here, not a break there. It's staying on track with your offensive line, not losing your gap on the offensive line, stuff like that. As you know, from being a coach, if you don't do those things well, it will catch up with you quick. So you will celebrate this, but it's probably not going to look as good on film as what we feel like right now. So I hadn't had a chance to look at that yet. It's always the way it is, isn't it, Coach? If you get beat, it never looks quite as bad as you thought it was going to look. And then if you win, it never looks as good as you thought it would look.
Yeah.
So I want to enjoy a little bit more the morning before I look at the film.
Last question. I lived it over at Garden City Stadium. The sidelines are so small. And you got some personal fouls, unsportsmanlike. Do you think that hinders you? Because there's no room to stop and there's no momentum. So when someone does push somebody out of bounds, it's not really a personal foul, but I just think it hinders fields like that and teams like that, like you said, your kids got to know when to pull up and not pull up and go that extra step because it's going to look worse than it is.
Yeah, a little bit of the issue for us, we got so many kids right now.
Right.
You're dressing 80 kids over there, 75 kids, whatever it is. And then there's just not a lot of room. And, it's what it is. And I know it's one of those things that, that officials are really concerned about and they don't want to run into somebody and all this stuff. But, it's just, I feel like I spent half my night last night making somebody get back off the field. I'm like losing my voice over something that I shouldn't even be worrying about. But it is what it is. So we have, we're thankful we have good numbers for our kids. And, but the field is what it is. It's a great field, but we don't have a lot of room on the sideline. But, hey, it's just, there's lots worse things that you could be addressing.
Oh, yeah. You got that right. All right, Coach. Good luck with the rest of the year. I know you got Liberty County up next, and you got two very exciting players on that other side of the ball. Keep up the great work, and we'll be talking during the season. And once again, pretty impressed the way those kids came out last night.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Hey, enjoy the day. Enjoy the park.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, bye. He's enjoying his day. Big win last night against Charleston Christian. I don't have the stats for you. Check out the story on the Prep Sports Report. Jeff Muller is freelance writing for the Prep Sports Report. So is Nathan Dominance. Both good stories about Benedictine against Ware, and then, of course, Calvary against Charlotte Christian. So been a loaded packed show. I didn't think I was going to get through with 5 guests this quickly, but it kept on rolling. And plus, I didn't take a break in between the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, Trevor Strowbrighe from Calvary, and the head coach from Bryan County, Sherrod Freeman. But I'll be back to wrap this up because we got to go 3 steps out the door. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back. Got to show you my videos that I like this week. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here on the Soundgarden stage, on the drummer stage, for the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning from 9 to whenever. Today we started at 9:30 so I could accommodate some of the guests that couldn't come on early, so that's why I did it. But once again, got to thank, of course, Benedictine head coach Danny Britt. Big win last night over Ware County. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, Trevor Strowbrighe from Calvary Day School. Sherrod Freeman, the head coach at Bryan County High School. He's out there doing a church barbecue. And, they had the bye week. And, of course, Calvary Day School head coach Mark Stroud out there with the family, but found time to come on the show. And I got to appreciate those guys for doing it. Now, I also didn't mention this at the beginning of the show. And I do apologize to my man, Kevin Brown, Assistant Athletic Director downtown for Savannah, Chatham County Public Schools. But they got 31 schools running a cross-country meet today at Islands High School, the Islands Breeze cross-country meet. There's over 31 teams. It's special. I mean, to get 31 teams, I mean, you got Oglethorpe Charter, you got Savannah Classical, Savannah Country Day, Savannah Early College, Savannah High, St. Andrews, Susie King Taylor Community School, the STEM Academy, Tybee Island Maritime, Veritas, Windsor Forest, Woodville Tompkins. Let me go on. Roll call. Coastal Middle School, Creekside Christian Academy, Ellis Montessori School, Frederica Academy. I mean, I can go on. Johnson High School, Jakin High School, Isle of Hope, Islands High School, New Hampstead High School and middle school. I mean, I can go on and on. Great job by the Savannah Chatham County Public Schools Athletic Department to bring that cross-country meet out there on Whitmarsh Island at Islands Stadium. Also, congratulations to the old guy, the OG, Tim Jordan. Gave up the whistle and the sneakers, went downtown. He's also going to be part of that athletic department crew. And Coach George Brown coming in, taking over the Savannah High School basketball program. Got to get him on because I got to, you're following a legend, Mr. 500, Tim Jordan. So once again, those are the little tidbits I missed this morning. Thank you, Kevin Brown, for watching and letting me know I'm the OG. That means I got an old mind. Sometimes I forget a lot. My wife tells you I forget a lot too. All right, 3 steps out the door. First step is my 3 videos that I've noted this week. And, I'm a baseball fanatic. I'll tell you right now. And, Savannah Bananas have put in a lot of excitement in the United States with baseball, with banana ball. But I watched this guy roam center field for my favorite team until I moved down here and became a Braves fan. I'm still a Yankees fan. Bernie Williams, very good guitarist. And I know when you could do this for the Star Spangled Banner, it just gave me chills when I saw this. Bernie Williams playing the Star Spangled Banner at Yankee Stadium. You got to love it. You got to love it. That should be on the Soundgarden stage, too. Bernie Williams, New York Yankee great center fielder. I don't know how many World Series rings he won, but that was special. All right, got to go to the Atlanta Braves. Matty Olson's getting hot. We know Acuna's got 7 home runs in 11 games, but we need this guy to get back on track. He leads the majors with 47 home runs. He could break the Braves record this year. Going to be interesting.
First round that year. Walker, his right fielder, was born 2 years later. This ball left center field. Is that going to go? Hey, guess what, Edmund? You're not getting that one. Homers in 4 straight games for Matt Olson, and Atlanta is back in front.
You got to love it. Matty Olson. Freddie Freeman, everybody was worried about it. Freddie. But I'm telling you right now, this kid, Matt Olson, Sean Murphy behind the dish with Travis Darnaud, it's pretty special up there in the ATL at Truist Park. And he's back. Wes Kennedy, after a layoff, getting everything straight in his life and everybody helping him. And I'm glad he has, because you know what? The kid is a ball player. Don't be surprised if you see this kid on an NFL football field. First game back against Limestone, who's a pretty good Division II program. West Georgia's Division II program. West Georgia just announced they go in Division I. But 82-yard touchdown for this young man in his first game. He ran for like 169 yards on 10 carries. Wes Kennedy for West Georgia College. Now here's the end zone. Catch me if you can. He did it for Benedictine. He's doing it now. He did it at Georgia Southern. Now he's doing it at West Georgia College. Wes Kennedy, unbelievable. Got his life together. West Georgia, Michael Dean, who coached my son Dominic. I know, I got a lot of connections. Okay, bringing Wes Kennedy back, and unbelievable. And, we also got Jeremy Smith over there from Jenkins High School. I think he had like 6-7 tackles. So pretty special. And longtime friend, passed away too early last May. His son's the kicker for West Georgia, Brock Pellegrino, Al Pellegrino's son. So a little connection over there to West Georgia for the old ball coach, okay? All right, so that's my 3 videos out the door. Karl's Corner. Karl's editorial. Okay, give me a break, college football. Give the fans a break. We have to do something about teams playing teams that can't compete. It's not fun watching Georgia win last week against Tennessee Martin. It's not fun watching Oregon beat Portland State 81-0. They're not fun to watch. It's a waste of time. There's got to be some kind of source or answer. Why do you want to play these teams and blow them out? Yeah, I know. The little guy gets money. You pay him $300, $400, $500, sometimes $1 million to come play you. But what are you getting out of it? It's not fun to watch. And I got to tell you, it goes back to when my daughter went to Georgia. Every year she would get me tickets, but it was against teams that Georgia beat 59-0. Okay? 59-0, 72-10. I mean, it's not fun going to watch those games. We need to do something about it. The first 2 weeks of college football is not fun to watch when someone's getting beat 81-0. I just don't know what to tell you, people. I don't enjoy them. Like tonight, we got Texas, Alabama. Then we got Georgia, Ball State. Georgia is 43-point favorites. Yeah, they came out slow last week, and everybody's getting nervous. Mike Bobo can't call an offense. He couldn't do it with Mark Richt. Give me a break. It's the first game out the door. You got a lot of new players coming in. You got a new quarterback. You got new running backs. But it's watching those games is not fun. And Georgia takes Ball State tonight. I mean, Louisville, Georgia Tech, that was a great game. Duke, Clemson the other night was a great game. Florida State, LSU for half was a great game. Notre Dame over there in Ireland, okay, against, I forgot who it is. Who did they play over there in Ireland? But anyway, that was a great game. Notre Dame takes on North Carolina State today. It's going to be a great game. And I want to watch it. Georgia Southern UAB, that's going to be a great game. But Oregon against Portland, 81-0. We got to do something about it. That's how I feel. I'm not going to go any further with that. I'm off my soapbox. But Karl's editorial this week, give me a break. Let's have better matchups early in the season. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. That's my editorial for today. Once again, it's always a lot of fun being here at Coach's Corner every Saturday morning on the Sound Gone stage, whether it's 19 degrees or 119 degrees. That's what it's all about. Of course, got to thank the man, John Henderson, and his wife, Adele Henderson, for letting me do this since COVID-19 hit. It's a lot of fun being here. Once again, what do we have on tap in the Sound Garden? Okay, tonight we have the Yacht Club at 7 o'clock. Thursday, I hope I'm getting this right, we have the Squirrelers with Rosie the Gator, okay, on Thursday night, September 14th. Excuse me. Drink soda before you go on the air. Friday night, September 22nd, we got Pandora's Box, the Ultimate Aerosmith Tribute. Great show. Then on the 23rd, we got Friends of Alzheimer's Club. I don't know what the FDO, but it's to help support Alzheimer's. We got the Savannah Music Fest featuring Cracker. We got, I think, Thomas Claxton coming out. Great show. You got to come out there. Proceeds to help the Alzheimer's Foundation. It's the Alzheimer's Music Fest here at Coach's Corner. Then we get into October, Night Train. You like Guns N' Roses? I love Guns N' Roses. That's what I grew up with, okay? And, of course, Back in Black, Departure, Journey, coming up on the 27th of October. Remember, there's a gazillion TVs here today. Come watch your favorite team, even if they're playing a pansy, or call it a clunker game, or call it a blowout game, or call it a payoff game. I don't know what you want to call it. But there's a gazillion TVs. I'm sitting right in front of the 9 75-inch TVs. So come out and watch. Whatever you want to watch, they'll watch. Okay? Other than that, like I say every week, please say a prayer for what's going on in this crazy world, the Ukraine, the United States. It's just something I never thought in my life that I would see. But, you know, history always repeats itself, and, it's never going to stop. All right? So say a prayer for all the people in the Ukraine. Of course, say for all the prayer people in the United States that have been affected by one thing or another. But most of all, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. Hold it. I got a comment. 2 comments coming on. Great show, Coach. I appreciate it. Lawrence Bennett, the producer. And he didn't have to tell me I did anything wrong when the mic was out. And he used to be part of the show. He's still part of the show if you listen to the commercials. Of course, the coach and the AD, Chad Griffin, checking in. Appreciate it, Chad. Love you, brother. So checking in. Hey, he'll be down here in Savannah next Friday night when Hebron Christian School, where he works now, takes on Benedictine at Memorial Stadium. So maybe we'll get to see the coach. Maybe if he's staying overnight, he wants to do the coach and AD. I'll have to find out. But appreciate it, Chad, for checking in. And like I say every week, whatever you're doing today and tomorrow, always hit it at the park. And until I talk to you next week, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Take care. Peace out. Talk to you later. Remember, it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's all the time. That's Coach. Okay, wrong button, Coach.